This is the scary part. AI will reveal weak leadership. So if your leadership is weak, AI will enhance it. If you allow yourself to adopt the skill set, the mindset, and the tool set, your leadership will start to enhance. As a leader, AI have shifted the landscape. AI is not here to replace you, it's here to test you. In this video, I'm going to talk about the shift that AI has given us, the shift in our leadership. How do we show up as leaders? As I say, AI is not here to replace us, it's here to test us. But how? What do you need to shift? How do you need to flip the fear? Because if you're either a consumer, no, we're all consumers of AI. However, there's a cohort of individuals who are determined to be creators. They're researching AI, they're investigating AI, they're looking at all the different tools. And there's a group of people who are still in like, it's not happening, it's not for me. Now the problem there is, the Pandora's at the box. AI is here to stay. And it will infiltrate every area of life, whether you run your own business, whether your career, whatever stage in your life, or whatever you do, AI is here to stay. The question to you for this is, especially if you're a leadership position, is are you going to embrace it, or are you going to say, right, I'm going to stay in the outskirts? And in this video, I'm going to look at the 3 key shifts that you need to embrace in order for you to make sure that AI doesn't become something that takes over you, but you embrace it. Number 1, your mindset. Number 2, your skill set. And number 3, your tool set. And once you start to understand those 3, AI can absolutely enhance your life. So for me, leaders are asking the wrong question. They're asking the question, will this replace my job? It's not the question you need to ask. How can AI enhance what I already do? What do I need to understand about AI that allows me to create anything I want in my life? And this is where the mindset shift needs to come. AI is not here to replace leaders. However, AI will replace leaders who refuse to adopt. And we all know those who are last to adopt won't survive. A great question to ask yourself, will I still be relevant if I don't adapt? Will I still be able to do things I do to the speed at which I do it if I don't adapt and embrace AI? The game has changed now. Now the key is are you here to thrive or just survive? So why does this matter right now? Well, think about it. AI is incorporated every area of our life in terms of decision making, in terms of strategy, in terms of how we think about different things, even the sort of the mundane tasks that we sort of take for granted, AI can do. Now, the stage at where you're at your life and what you do will all depend on the speed that you adopt. And as a leader, you're not going to be measured on what you know. You're going to be measured on how the speed of your adoption of how you integrate AI, how you adopt AI, how you use it to enhance your service, your product, your experience for your customers. And that's how leaders are going to be measured now. Even if you're a basic user of AI, you'd probably use ChatGPT. Now, just using the basic prompt function of ChatGPT, it can give you insights you've never had before. The speed at which, before search, when we had Google, we have Google still now, but you had to do something. We're coming very, very fast to the point where you just have to give it an instruction and it will do the do. And there's so many tools out there. And the key is to say to yourself, okay, am I asking the right questions? Not only to myself, to my team. Am I asking the right questions? But the key is, have you changed your mindset? Have you adapted your mindset? And here we can look at the 3 key shifts. And the first one is mindset. The key shift here is a move from fear to curiosity. When you're curious, you're allowing things that you don't know to come into your world. When you're curious, your speed of adoption is going to be easier. Think about this. Everything that exists in the world right now started from one person being curious. Every idea, every invention, every accidental invention was this curiosity. It was like, because without curiosity, nothing grows. So by having a closed mindset, by having a fearful mindset, the speed of adoption is not going to be there. You've got to move from control to co-creation. The fear is that AI will mean we lose control. No. The key is, how can I co-create with this? What are the tools out there that I can co-create that will help me enhance my life, enhance my business in terms of my day-to-day functions, my strategy, my marketing, and the way I communicate to my teams? And when you have a co-creation and when you have a curiosity mindset, things start to become easier. Who do you need to become in this AI-driven world? What's the old self you need to leave behind? What's the old way of thinking you need to leave behind that you need to adopt a new way? If you're in this mindset whereby the issue is this now, is there's always been change. We live in times where there's always been change. However, the speed at which AI is coming on board, the speed at the change is so vast the human intellect cannot keep up. Even during this video, at the start of watching this video, towards the end, there'll be another tool that's been created. There'll be another way of doing things that last week looked like old hat. So the key is to always be curious, always ask the questions, and not think, right, I understand it now, I'm good, I don't need to know anything else. We're in a very different times. This is all about how you evolve your identity and not focus on who you are in terms of a descriptive. Yes, we have vehicles. Yes, you might be you're a founder or a certain expertise, which is fine. That describes what you do. However, the key to adopting this AI revolution is who you're evolving into. And if you can embrace that, all of a sudden the doors start to open. The growth mindset has never been even more important. Growth mindset is being open-minded. It's about learning. It's about curiosity. And if ever there's a time where you've got to come from a fixed mindset, the growth mindset, it's right now. So, a couple of questions I want to ask you. And you can pause the video after these questions. Where in my business or my life am I resisting AI purely because I don't understand it? What's the questions you need to ask? Not understanding, ignorance around this is no longer, you can't get away with it. Maybe years gone by you could, but not anymore. So where in your life are you resisting AI purely because you don't understand? And the follow-on question from that is this: if you were curious, who would you ask? What question would you ask? What would you go and investigate? The second shift you need to make is the skill set shift. So you need to evolve new skills. You need to adapt new skills. Again, doesn't matter where you are in life. I'm 54 and I have to think like 20, 25-year-old. It's no good saying, well, we never used to do it. I've had my time. Not at all. Because this moment I stand still, the moment I refuse to adopt, the moment I move backwards. Standing still is moving backwards. So the key there is once you've shifted your mindset, is you've got to shift in terms of what are the new skills I need to evolve. So you need to come from being directive to adaptive. You need to come from a place of being an expert to empowering your own intelligence, understanding actually what new skills do I need to adopt. And we've seen on ChatGPT and all these different AI tools is one of the skills is prompt engineering. How you actually ask the question to get what you want. The better you ask the question, the better the context you give, the more information you give, the better the answer back. Because think about this, all these models, these are large language models. If you really want to go there, is it true AI? That's a debate for another day. But these are large language models using complex algorithms to create reasoning around if you put this, then if A, then B, then C. But if D wasn't available, then we present A. And the more information you give them, the better answer you get back. So the skill set here is asking questions in such a way that the AI returns what you need. The large language model returns what you need, as opposed to giving quite basic answers. Think it's going to do the work. Remember, it's only going to places of data that exists in the world, but using complex algorithms to give you the best answer. So your job is to be skilled in asking the question, being really given the context super clear, ensuring that you give the information to the AI in terms of a prompt that's so clear, that's so directive, that's so unambiguous that you get what you need. Over the years, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creativity have been so essential. It's been so no more in history has it more been important now. Because if you don't think in that way, adapt to that mindset and adapt it to the tools we have now, you're going to be left behind. Think about the AI as your super assistant that knows a lot, never going to get tired, that allows you to do research, to come up with strategy. But the key is this: you are still the person that given the instruction. You are still the person who's taking the information. And don't take what they say as read. Is your job as a leader is to understand the skills you need to adopt. How then, when you get the information from these tools, is how do you distill it? How do you distill it to your team? How do you communicate in a way that they see that you're learning? Leaders who give the impression that they still learning, they still adapting, are the better leaders. And your team will embrace that. And your team will think that if you're coming from a place of curiosity, they will come from a place of curiosity. When they come from a place of curiosity, all of a sudden you've got a game-changing team. So in terms of adapting the skills, ask yourself this question: what decisions am I still making manually that potentially AI could help support? So I encourage you to look at AI agents. Have a look at how agents who adopt different parts of different tools that allow you to make different decisions. There's tools out there that help you answer emails. There's tools out there that look at your calendar that will rearrange your calendar to optimum performance. So when you give it the right instruction, when you give it the right information and what you're looking to do, it can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. The one thing that AI has given us is the opportunity of space. How many of you are falling in the trap, I'm so busy? And you're sometimes doing things that you shouldn't be doing because your delegation isn't as effective as it could be. You haven't got people in your team that you trust. So what AI has given us, when you use it right, is space. The space for creativity, the space for leadership. And when you use AI effectively to create the space, it gives you opportunity to do deep work here. And when you do that deep work, it gives you energy, it gives you collateral, it gives you clarity, it gives you a perspective that allows you to communicate a team on a different level. The third shift you need to make is the tool set. What tools are you adopting? What tools are you incorporating in your day-to-day life that AIs allow us to have to make your life more productive and more efficient? AI essentially is a tool to enhance your performance. And when you think about what prevents us performing at our best, three things. Number one, it's our inner game. It's our mindset. So we've talked about it. How do you need to adopt your mindset? How can you use AI to take away some of the mundane tasks, to take some of the low-level decisions away? The second thing to perform high is a sense of understanding strategy and a plan. Again, there's so many tools out there that allow you to adopt a different strategy. And the third thing is about what gets us in a way is doing too many things. It's being efficient with our actions, the outer game. So in order for you to perform better, is what are the actions that I'm taking that actually, if I used AI more effectively, I can be much more efficient. So for example, use AI to get better market insights. Use AI better to prepare for meetings. So the tool set shift you need to make. AI is a tool to enhance your performance. Now, what prevents us performing well is our conversation in our head. We've already talked about the mindset shift. What also prevents us performing well is just too many mundane things. We're not efficient with our time. We get drained by doing things that we think we should be doing and not getting on with things we want to be doing. AI allows you to make that shift. The key is adopt the tool set here. So think about how you can make your meetings more efficient using AI. Think about how you can make your strategy outputs much more efficient. Think about how can you optimize your communication, both verbally and electronically, using AI. Think about how you can use AI to free up time so you can think more strategically. You can work more on you, more on your business than in your business. So my encouragement to you, you're probably using ChatGPT. If you're watching this video, you're probably using that. Have a look at other tools like Perplexity, like Claude, like DeepSeek AI, Abacus. Look at Copilot. Look at all these tools. Look at Notebook LLM. Research all these tools to allow you to understand, actually, what do I know to help you understand what you don't know. Every single day I make it a mission to find a different new AI tool to say, how could I use this? It doesn't matter you adopt a new AI tool every day, but it's about the knowing. It's about looking at a different perspective. So I want to leave you with this. Think about how your day is in terms of repetitive tasks. What's the one repetitive task that you can get AI to replace that allows you to free up your time? So a question for you. What's the one repetitive task that I can automate today using AI? And that will allow you to shift your mind from doing to thinking, to creative thinking, and create more space in your life. So here's how to start using AI to enhance, not replace your leadership. So pick one task that consumes you daily, replying to emails, setting up calls, meetings, whatever it is. Pick one task that consumes your day daily. So step number one, look at all the tasks you do during the day, especially a repeated task, replying to emails, setting up calls, or your calendar. Think about one task that you do repeatedly every single day. Step two, find an AI tool that allows you to replace that repetitive task by at least 50%. And this is where you need to adopt the skill of prompt engineering and research, and find one tool to replace that repetitive task by at least 50%. Step number three, with this time that you saved doing this repetitive task, how can you invest that time more productively to enhance your critical thinking, to enhance your vision, to enhance your strategy, to make you a better leader in the context of your work now? So for me, the real return on investment in AI is not about efficiency, it's about leadership. It's about you being a better leader, using the tools to get rid of the mundane task to allow you to become that enhanced, thought-provoking thought leader in the space that you work in. Think about this, people don't follow uncertainty, they follow clarity and courage. And if you can show clarity and courage through your leadership by adopting these tools, your team's gonna follow. And when your team follows, their skill set, their mindset, and their adoption to AI is gonna be even greater because you're doing that. This is the scary part. AI will reveal weak leadership. So if your leadership is weak, AI will enhance it. If you allow yourself to adopt the skill set, the mindset, and the tool set, your leadership will start to enhance. And AI, I believe, is going to return us back to human-led leadership. It's going to make us more, because the entry level to AI is so low that everybody can adopt it. So if you just churn out content, if you're just using AI without any context, you're not going to survive. So the real true leaders, this is an opportunity for you to go back to human first by using all the tools that allow you to do the mundane stuff, to get things done so you can connect with yourself and you can connect with your team at a human level. See, the future belongs to those who adopt the wisdom with the technology. Leadership in this AI age is not about mastering technology, it's about mastering yourself. So, my final question, what's the one belief you need to let go of that allows you to adopt AI in a way to become the leader that you want to be? So if this has given you a perspective and a way to think differently, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos on performance and leadership and productivity that allows us to understand how AI and other things in the world can help us be a human-led leader. Hope that helps.